I like it. I like the fact that we have the Tigers are bringing in a veteran like Cesar Hernandez, who has won a Gold Glove. He's a couple years away from having. It was 2 years ago, he had 20 home runs, and maybe it's one of those things where you look at who they have at second base right now. Of course, they have Jonathan Scope, but maybe it's just a little competition doesn't hurt at all. So, but it was just weird to see a 68-point drop in slugging percentage. But, gentlemen, guys, what did you think of the move?
It's just kind of one of those low budget insurance signings. Certainly, there's no reason to really criticize it in any stretch. I mean, it's a minor league contract. They're really not on the hook for much. If they have a need for him, he's available. He's a 10-year veteran, and he's going to be 33 next year. So you can't expect a ton. But if they just need someone to fill a spot, whether for a few weeks or a couple months, he can probably do that. He's hit some home runs in the past. Stole some bases when he was younger. So obviously he's a decent athlete. But at the same time, you can't expect a whole lot either. I think in his 10 seasons, he's had 3 of them with a OPS plus over 100. So he's a guy that can fill a spot and give him a little bit of insurance, and all teams need to sign a couple guys like that.
Back up for you. He was younger than I thought, honestly. I didn't know he was only 32 years old. But I don't know. He hit 1 home run in 560 at-bats last year. But just looking at some of his numbers, he did have 28 doubles and 4 triples, and he did lower his strikeout rate last year, which I don't know how much that plays into him getting a contract. But like I said, I don't think you can have enough depth. I'm sure he's going to see some time at the majors, and I think he'll be a serviceable player. And that's all we really need out of a signing like this.
Another thing you can look at, too, he did raise his batting average to 248. So, but the most important number is his batting average against lefties, which is 282. So against right-handers is only 232. So 282 on lefties for what the Tigers would need him for. Absolutely. I think it's a good move. And it's one of those things where, yeah, as Metal Bug 99 says it best on chat, he's good enough to play the majors. And that's all you can ask for, because right now you have the uncertainty of what they have with Andre Lipsius, Kreidler. Again, some of these names are unproven a little bit. Just unproven. That's all I'm saying.
Me, anyway. The hope would be one of the young kids grabs the job and looks good, right? And we never see Cesar Hernandez taking that bat this year. I'm good with that. But he's the kind of guy that you should have in your system when you need somebody to fill a spot. He's 33 years old this year. I mean, that's at the age, and we saw it. He went from 21 homers to 1. He's at that age where the mid-level talent guys can start to lose it. I mean, that could happen. I mean, you're not allowed. I know in Tiger Nation, you're not allowed to talk about Placido Polanco in a bad way. That's sacrilege. But at 33, from that point on, he wasn't that good of a ball player. Okay. Cesar Hernandez could be that same thing. Or he might have 1 more year in the tank, and this is when the Tigers find it, and that'd be good too.
The thing I'm reading is he did actually make more starts in left field than at third base. He had 10 starts in left field last year and 8 at third base.
It's what Chris was saying, right? I mean, Chris, this is another example of finding players that can play all over the field.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly seems like the Tigers are going to go out there, and it's something we've talked about what the Giants did. They played a matchup game that was more advanced than any we'd seen before, where people eventually determined they were matching their lineups to their swing paths to arm angles and things like that. And I can picture the Tigers, if Hernandez makes the 40-man or not, they still have enough multi-positional guys that they can really, and I think Hinch likes this. I think Hinch likes to run out there with a different lineup every day. But I could see them mixing and matching guys all season based on the pitcher on the other team or the team in general. And Hernandez would give him another option like that.